Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. We've got an issue here. This vehicle here came into the shop 2 years ago with a rattle. Rattle was the stabilizer links broken, both sides. Get in there, find out they're disconnected, didn't really look at it. The customer had his own parts, I think, or I don't remember. It's been a while back. We did not do the job. We get it in, we start looking at it, and well, the stabilizer links are broken because they're cocked at an angle. The mounting position on the strut was in the wrong spot, and we could see that they were brand new struts. Customer tells us the story that he was at another shop. They put struts on it, and then they put on new stabilizer links. Goes a couple of weeks, rattle. Goes back to that shop, they put on stabilizer links again. Comes home, goes a couple of weeks, rattle again. Goes back to that shop. I don't know if they warranted it the second time, but there was some contentious debate. What we found was there was a year break on this vehicle. I'll look it up, put it in the description. Okay, before I forget, I'm going to show you here what we're looking at on this year break. Now this is a 2013 Explorer, and what the break is 2013's built from February until September are the ones that are like this one. This one was built in March. But on this year, there was a year break where they changed the style of strut. It mounted in the top the same, it mounted to the knuckle the same, but the position of the stabilizer link where it bolted to the strut was at an angle. They put on the wrong struts. We gave it back to the customer. He went back to the shop. They changed the struts. Solved his stabilizer link issue, I guess. Anyway, 6 months later, had a rattle again. He comes in, I'll show you. What is a pretty common problem on these Ford Explorers is this bushing right here was all shiny on the inside, on this side and that side. The A-arm here was banging back and forth. And whenever you'd step on it, it would pigeon toe, and it'd step on it and it'd just do all kinds of wacky stuff. It'd torque steer and all that. We put these on, solved his rattle, and away he went for another couple months, and he came back with another noise. What we ended up finding is these sway bar bushings were bad. Sway bar was banging up and down when you went over bumps. We took care of that. It took care of that noise. It had a different noise. It was a rattle this time. Over there on that side, we found a bad stabilizer link. Even though they were brand new, one of them was loose. We put on the stabilizer link. We drove it, and it had a different rattle. There was a multitude of noises. All of them seemed to come around at the same time. This is why you don't hem yourself into the idea of one repair solves the one problem. We have to start eliminating noises. We can't go in there and say that this one thing will solve everything. Sometimes that's just not the case, as in this one. He drove it with the noises for a while, and it probably started out as one noise, and then a different one, and then a different one. He's got new parts, all new parts. Well, we found the source of the last noise. I'll show you. This is why you don't hem yourself in as far as, well, I looked for noises, couldn't find them. You have to try different things. This noise only exists when there's weight on the wheel. Because when it's hanging, it's under a load, it's under suspension load. negative load, but still, it's a load, and it doesn't make the noise. Doesn't take much load, but these, look at that. It just, the billows are just shot, and this strut is flopping. The rod is flopping inside this hole. Those struts are new, I guess. We have a pair of struts. We're going to put them on. They had been replaced. The customer is not exact. Yes, they would be under warranty at the other shop. Probably, maybe. This strut does not look like the other one, although they have the same names on them. This one is all rusted up. I'm not 100% sure they didn't find the old strut in their pile and put it back on. But I don't know what they're doing. The customer is kind of done with that other place. Wants us to go ahead and take care of this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop new struts on the front of this thing. Always replace them as a pair. Can you get away with doing one of them? Sometimes, yeah. But whenever you do an emergency stop and you got one new strut and one old strut, it's going to try to steer itself for you. Under extreme driving conditions, when you need everything to work correctly, they're not going to react the same, and that's why we always replace them as a pair. Let's get to it. Okay, now here's something that technique that I've come up with over the years. We don't have an alignment shop here, and we don't have one in town that we're really confident with. Getting people to work at those places, I guess, is difficult, but I just take a regular old bubble level and I pick a place. This one's the one that has the bolt in the hub, so we'll choose this place because I can identify it. I put this level right there on the hub, and I note the position of the bubble. It doesn't exactly have to be in the center, but you just have to note where it is. This is exactly half bubble. You just have to put it back where it was. That's the only thing you have to worry about. If you put it back where it was, yeah, you should get it aligned. But 9 times out of 10, when I do this, they come back and say the alignment shop said it was perfect. So, cheap. Okay, now the difference between those two struts is this bracket right here. I think the stabilizer links are same on all of them, but on the year brake, this bracket was put at an angle. Instead of sticking straight out the back like this one is, it was cocked over like this or cocked over like this, I don't remember which. And the sway bar was cocked out to match. So what they did when they put the wrong strut on, this link was twisted at an angle, so those ball joints were always twisted. And as soon as they ran it a little bit, the suspension going up and down, it just popped them off, which destroys everything. So pay attention whenever you're doing your work. We didn't even know what the problem was, and it was painfully obvious what caused it. So yeah, this is the same brand. that was on it. We have never had trouble with this brand. So kind of confused as to why that other one, you know, just went to pieces. But like I said, this side was really rusty. So I don't know if they got used ones or what they did. I'm at a loss. And pay attention to where your wires go. I didn't pay attention when I took this apart. And, you know, it's supposed to wrap around the back side of it. And yeah, that's kind of fun. Anyway, that's the start to finish on that side. The other side's the same. So I'll get it done and get this driven and make sure all the noises are gone. Noises are like ghosts, you know. Some people are more susceptible to them than others. Kind of hard to find out what's real whenever some people just don't hear it. Of course, people that don't hear it, sometimes they're just deaf. And other times they just tune it out. I can't tune out noises unless it's really expensive, and then I can tune it out. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.